final destination, Antarctica.
Ooh.
How cool.
No, very cool.
Gould is also using this journey to raise money in honor of his cousin who was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
How sweet. His goal is to raise $1 million for cancer research.
Wow. What an amazing feat, and he's got a beautiful goal there.
I love when young people want to do something that just also gives back.
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
making
just
a big
him.
difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How much is love worth? A new study is revealing how much Americans are willing to spend on a first date.
Okay, the answer largely, which makes sense, depends on where you live. Researchers asked around 2,000 adults around the country how much they would spend. Here in California, the average is about $133. The biggest spenders were in the Northeast. They're shelling out $138.
And not that much more than us.
No, right. The Midwest, they're spending $118. It's all about what and what, which seems like an average dinner for two people, right?
I think $133 for dinner
is actually cheap.
Actually pretty
I know,
cheap
especially here in LA. Researchers said it's important not to confuse spending with sentiment. Spending is likely influenced by the restaurants and activities available in the area.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And it's expensive out here. So
right.
Makes sense.
You got to figure things out.
Okay, Kcal News at 9 starts right now. Welcome to Kcal News at 9. We are continuing to follow that breaking news here as fire, debris, and destruction were left behind after a small plane crashed into a San Diego neighborhood early this morning. You can see these pictures were just incredible. Investigators are trying to piece together exactly what happened. We thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. I'm Jamie Yukas.
And I'm Sheba Turk, and we are closely following updates from that scene in San Diego. We have team coverage for you at this hour. Assignment manager Mark Liu at the desk. He's been following all the updates. But first, let's get out to Kcal News reporter Rena Nakano. She's there on the ground. And Rena, I know you're very familiar with the area. What have you learned?
Yeah, hey guys, we are here at the cross streets of Tausig and Sample Streets. You could get a very clear view of what may have happened here with that plane crash. This is the bottom of the hill, and it looks like the plane was coming this way down here. We spoke to some neighbors who actually didn't see it, but they heard the crash coming down this morning. They woke up to their beds shaking, and they saw a huge fireball. Now, San Diego police and fire just updating their information, saying they did have one person transported to the hospital from this neighborhood, and 2 people were treated and released. But the good news is they do not have any confirmed fatalities from the residents of this neighborhood. The only confirmed deaths right now are from the plane. We are awaiting information from the FAA to get details on that. But again, I spoke to a bunch of residents out here, many who were just scrambling, having their kids and pets in PJs, just wondering where to go because they have been evacuated. We know at least 100 residents in the area had to be taken out of their homes this morning because of this. We spoke to a woman who said she woke up to her bed shaking and continuous sounds of pop because cars just kept going off. She says what her husband saw next was terrifying. Take a listen.
Then my husband came out and ran downstairs to check everything out, and then came right back upstairs and was like, everything's on fire and we might need to evacuate.
Yeah, a very, very scary situation. I just want to give you guys a context of this area. Tierra Santa, this is a military area. This neighborhood specifically is military housing where they house a host of the different branches of the military. Residents we spoke to, they told me, you know, they live paycheck to paycheck, raising families in expensive Southern California. So the woman I just spoke to, she told me she just cannot imagine the loss that these families are incurring right now because of this tragedy. So already we are told that she and a bunch of neighbors are banding together to be that support system because most of them do live away from their families. They are going to be their family. They are their family. They are their neighbors. They're going to be banding together to maybe start a soup chain or something like that to make sure that these families who are evacuated and feeling the most loss, they are going to feel supported. Live out here in Tierra Santa community of San Diego, I'm Rena Nakano. I'll send it back to you.
It is still so incredible to see even those burned out cars behind you and think of what a huge debris field this was. Rena, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All that damage, and of course those neighbors are going to come together to support each other. Let's get back to assignment manager Mark Liu. He's at the desk. He's been tracking all this data about the plane and damage to the neighborhood. Mark, what have you learned?
Yeah, so we've been working on this here at the desk all morning. The FAA giving us information. This was a Cessna 550, sometimes called a Cessna Citation 2. It's a twin-engine small jet, carries about 6 to 8 passengers, including 2 pilots. Now, this is video from moments after that plane went down in that San Diego neighborhood. You saw that line of fire and this line of cars all on fire. The fire chief down there in San Diego says this is from jet fuel that sprayed all over this neighborhood and ran down the side of the street and ignited. It took out, he said, all of the cars that were parked on that side of the street. They are all destroyed by this fire. As many as 15 homes also severely damaged when this plane crashed into this neighborhood. This is some of the wreckage of the fuselage of that plane. You can see what looks like a plane engine there and some of the absolutely annihilated cars here on the side. Now, as Rena Nakano had reported, we know that one person was transported and several other minor injuries. Incredibly, no other serious injuries in this neighborhood. However, it is very likely that there are multiple fatalities on that aircraft itself. Now, the FAA is still trying to get a passenger list of who was on that plane, but we know a little bit about that plane. We know that it was coming from the Wichita, Kansas area, possibly had just stopped there to refuel from a flight from Teterboro. Now, this is some radar data from Flight Radar 24. You're going to see here this plane took off early this morning out of Wichita, made a westbound flight across the United States, and then I'm going to zoom in right here, and you're going to see it drop off the radar right there in this neighborhood. It is just on the approach path to Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport, very likely its final destination. Now, coming back out live here to me, I did listen to some of that radio tower traffic from the airport. There was only one bit of traffic from this aircraft. The pilot called out his call sign, said he was on 3-mile final approach, and then silence. That's it here from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. We will continue to follow this. Of course, we'll have more developments on this plane crash throughout the day, and you'll be able to find the latest updates on air and online at kcalnews.com.
Let's go ahead and turn it over to Paul Diano now for our next weather forecast. And the alert is not so much.
Next weather alert, we canceled early because the ocean breeze is stronger than we first thought. Highs today won't be as hot as we first thought. Maybe that's good news for you. Maybe a little more time outside today. The ocean breeze is pushing inland from Santa Monica. Had lots of cloud cover just an hour ago. That's burning off. The ocean breeze is still there. Long Beach, you're still stuck in the clouds. We're at 66 degrees. Current temperatures right now, mainly in the upper 60s. Burbank 68, Fullerton 68, Corona 69 degrees. Moreno Valley, you're in the 70s, and Camarillo 66. How does right now compare to 24 hours ago? It's 5 degrees cooler in Burbank. Claremont 4 degrees cooler, Riverside 3 degrees cooler. In a few spots it's warmer, including the Antelope Valley and also Fullerton, but the temperature trend is downward, and the next weather alert not happening later on today because it's not going to be as hot. So coastal clouds are back, topping our next weather headlines. It will be a sunny afternoon. We're still pretty hot inland today, just not as hot, and relief for all of us is on the way. Downtown Los Angeles, lots of sunshine today. Not the upper 80s like you saw yesterday. Instead, you will be in the low 80s, 82 degrees at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 93 for our warmest valleys. That's still pretty hot. High desert up to 93. The mountains will hit 79. You're above the marine layer. And our beaches are down to 73. So cooler today with more cooling to come. There's more traffic to come with Kalina right now. Good morning.
We're actually going to get to Kalina in just a second, Paul. We are talking about traffic, though. 5 months after the Palisades fire destroyed homes and lives, the main artery from Santa Monica to Malibu is set to reopen just in time for Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, we do have team coverage this morning. Our Kalina Strino standing by with the traffic impact. But first, we want to go live to Malibu, where Kcal News reporter Tina Patel has all the anticipation for tomorrow. Tina, I know so many business owners have just been waiting for this day.
It's true, Jamie, but we've been talking to people who live and work along PCH this morning, and they admit they have some mixed feelings about this. On one hand, they want things to get back to normal. Let me show you some video. The checkpoints that right now are along PCH, both in Malibu and the Pacific Palisades, everyone says they are a major inconvenience. Traffic often gets backed up, and you can only drive 25 miles an hour through the Palisades and parts of Malibu. So drivers are hoping that if the highway reopens, they'll be able to travel a little more freely starting tomorrow. But some fire survivors are wondering whether it is safe yet to open the highway completely. There's still a lot of construction going on, debris being removed. They worry the cleanup might get slowed down if traffic is moving through here again. They're also concerned about visitors who haven't been able to drive through the fire zones and how they'll behave, if they'll stop and trespass on private property, gawking at the damage left behind from the fires, or if they'll be respectful and try to support the businesses that have seen a steep drop-off in customers since the fires.
There is a lot of people that went out of business. Our neighbors here, they left because it was just too much, and then still to get everything built back up, it's going to be pretty wild.
Now, the governor's office is expected to release more information about the reopening later today. What they've told us so far is that 4 lanes of traffic will be open, which is really, really good news for people that want to be able to get through here and get through here quickly. We've also heard from the city of Los Angeles, Mayor Bass's office, saying that they are going to keep the Palisades still closed to outsiders. They're going to move the checkpoints that are right now on PCH closer to those fire-affected neighborhoods to keep outsiders out. And they say they will have patrols with both CHP and LAPD to keep those areas secure. We'll send it back to you.
All right. Tina, thank you.
All right, let's get over to Kalina now and check in on how traffic's going to be impacted by this. Kalina?
Yeah, good morning. So you can see the Caltrans vehicles moving behind Tina in that live shot there. I've been reaching out to them all morning trying to figure out what this reopening will really look like. But I want to take you over here because a few months ago, I actually went on a ride along with a driver, or with a viewer, I should say, who reached out to us saying, hey, my commute now on the 101, because people can't access PCH, is significantly delayed because of it. And then Caltrans had reached out and sent me this. So if you look, specifically, certain days are now looking like a 50-minute to an hour drive versus the 20-minute ride that some riders were dealing with before. And this was that ride along that I went with Scott Alderton, who had reached out to us about this specific closure. So again, with PCH set to reopen tomorrow, if you look at the map this morning, if we could pull that up, you can see it right over here. This black stretch that you're looking at, that's an indication whenever you see it on our next traffic map that something is off limits. So that should change tomorrow. I want to show you what it currently looks like right now on the 101 and 405. And you can see with all the drivers still not having that access to PCH, the 101 and 405 jam-packed this morning. This is a Caltrans camera. You can see all the volume on the 101 near Balboa, and this is the 405 through the Sepulveda Pass just before and right around that 101 freeway. So very slow still, but hopefully this will improve as soon as the word gets out about that reopening tomorrow. Ladies, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Kalina. It's 9:10 now and still to come.